Well, hi everyone, it's Adair Palmer here and I'm live in the social media for small biz owners group for Friday Facebook Fix. I have been doing so many workshops and live videos into different groups. There's so much happening. I'm thinking, now where am I and what am I supposed to be doing? It's been really awesome. It's been a fantastic week for learning. I've been over in Sydney doing the Kerwin Rae's Nail It and Scale It, and those of you who hooked in last Friday, I had came to you a little bit later in the Friday Facebook Fix because I didn't want to miss a thing, and it was a really awesome 3-day masterclass on how to nail and scale your business. I have come back so full of ideas and things to do, things I've already achieved, which I'm going to share with you today. There's really exciting stuff happening, and we're just so that was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday last week. We spent Monday in Sydney. It flew out about 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, got home Monday night, and then Tuesday morning off to a half-day workshop for the 48-hour author with Natasha Denman, which is, she's awesome chick, and she learnt heaps and heaps there. Tuesday night we had hosted the Adelaide Suburb Small Business Networking Group, where Francesca Moy gave a special guest appearance, and she's the meetup queen. She was awesome, and it was just really great to see the room packed. We had over 40 people in the room. It was the best, one of the biggest networking nights that we've had for the Adelaide Suburb Small Business Networking Group, and it's given that that group's only been going for about 6 months. It was a really awesome night, and just people, we met some new people, we caught up with old friends. It was just really awesome. And then Wednesday we had, hey Theone, how are you? Good to see you here. And it was amazing. Yes, you were there. You were part of the organising team, and it was a really high energy, jam-packed with information, lots of stuff around mindset, personal development in small business. It was just amazing. I see Julia's here as well. Thank you, Julia, for joining. It was just a really great night. Then Wednesday, Francesca ran her half-day workshop called Follow Me, and it was actually, she talked about how to build a tribe of raving fans who are hungry for what you have. I have an itchy nose. I actually did some meditation, and my meditation, I'm thinking, I do, like, if I get an itchy head or an itchy nose when I'm going live on Facebook, I've got to learn to ignore that and not scratch it. So there you go. What I did then was just focused on it. I scratched it. I told you about it, and now I'm moving on. So the next meditation is going to be really seriously focused on ignoring those itches. So Theone's saying that Francesca made her think, and that can be dangerous. Oh man, I got so many ideas between Kerwin Rae, Francesca Moy, and Natasha Denman. It's like, I think I've got the next 3 years of my life mapped out of what I want to do for the business, but I want to do it now. Like, I want to do it yesterday. I'm so stoked, so many ideas. And what the best thing was to find out that I'm actually on the right track. I'm doing the right things. I've just got to learn to do them better, tweak them, and there's some other stuff that I can do that's just going to shortcuts. Francesca's excellent at teaching people shortcuts, so that's just awesome. What I want to do, Laurenette, hi darling, great to see you here. Haven't seen you on the group, the 747 yet. Love to see you, but I know you work in the evenings, and I'm sure that you do catch up afterwards, after the work. My computer's just gone dark. I just need to make that come back up because I want to refer to that in a minute. Elise, hello, how are you, darling? Great to see you here too. Just want to do some introductions and some welcomes to the group. We have got 22 new members that I've welcomed today. We've got Odette, Stacey, Neil, Diane, Frank, Yvette, Jason, Vicky, Leslie, Simone, Brendan, Nadius, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Don, Marty, Aloy, Demon, Eloisa. It's a very pretty, I love the way it spells, Eloisa, Elisa perhaps. Sam, Stephen, Katie and Polly, welcome, welcome, welcome to Social Media for Small Biz Owners. We've now got 1,715 members in the group. It's really been growing fast, and it's great to see that the interaction in the group. Super Saturday has been lots and lots. I haven't participated for the last couple of weeks because I knew that I couldn't maintain my commitment to visiting everybody's page and making comments, liking or sharing, but I'm still putting the posts up there so that you can participate. So come back tomorrow and participate in the Super Saturday. Peony saying, wow, well done. Thank you, Peony. Appreciate your support there. But so the Super Saturday, I'll be posting again in the group tomorrow, and I'm thinking that I would like to participate, because one of the things that I've really missed by just putting it in my group and not actually participating is that real connection with you guys. And that's what I really enjoy. And I love going onto your pages, and I love helping you get more exposure, more organic reach, and helping you get your business page up and running and flying. But today, I want to talk to you about my new ebook. This is one of the things that we did. Now, those of you who I've been in connection with and who are part of my sort of regular communication circle would know that I'm writing a book, and the book is called Unlocking the Facebook Code 10 Steps to Attracting Clients. And I actually put a sort of a précis of that together on the, yes, Juliet, total excitement. I tell you, I'm just about wetting myself with excitement. This is just something that's so amazing. When we did the 3-day event with Kerwin Ray, the first night, so it was the Friday night, he sent us home with this challenge to write an ebook. Now, the ebook, we had to write it by 9 a.m. the next morning. We had to have it written, and we had to have it published. We had to have it done in a format, and we also had to have it like published in an ebook format, like PDF. Had to have graphics in there, and we also had to do videos for at least 3 of the points that we were going to address in the ebook. So I went to Kerwin Ray with hubby Wayne and son Darty, who's just turned 15. So he's doing all these business masterclasses and all this advanced accelerated learning to try and get him on a path that's going to give him a shortcut into being successful in his own life, in like what took me 30 years to do. Let's hope he can do it in 5 or 10. So he was with us as well. Now, Wayne wrote his ebook on 5 steps to selecting a inspirational life coach, because Wayne and Darty are both studying life coaching at the moment. So they are both going to be like formally qualified life coaches by the end of the year. And Darty wrote his on 5 reasons, the 5 top reasons students fail at school and how to avoid them. And for a kid who just sat down and took up the challenge and wrote along with everybody else, he nailed it. I read it back afterwards. He didn't get, or maybe a little bit of help at the start to start getting his thinking along the lines of how he wanted to structure it. But oh my God, what he came up with was, I believe, but he's my son. I was going to say nothing short of genius, but it's based on all the teachings and all the learnings that we've had, that we've given him, provided him exposure to through the NLP training and hypnotherapy. So there's some really awesome stuff there. If you want a copy of that book, that ebook, I'm happy to give you a copy, so it might help you or your kids. Just put a comment in the comment below, and I will send you a copy. But what I want to talk to you today about is my ebook. Now I'm going to turn around and show you the cover, because this is called, my ebook is called Breaking the Facebook Code, 10 Steps to Getting Customers on Facebook. Now what I did here was I based it on the work that I had done. I'm just going to put my phone down here. Well, it's starting to, I hope it's not crackling too much for you there, but what I did was I actually based that on the work that I did with, I've done so far with the Unlocking the Facebook Code, 10 Steps to Attracting Clients. Now I've changed it slightly. The reason I've called it this is because I had that book cover made when that was the book title. That's now my ebook, and I've done that. I've written the ebook, which is like a high-level précis of the real book, the hard copy book that's coming out. And I am offering this to you. I'll go over the steps really, really quickly. I think I've actually gone through the steps before in one of the previous Friday fixes, Facebook fixes, but because I'm so excited about announcing this, I thought I'll take you over the high level of the steps, and then I'm going to invite you to get your own copy so you can actually read it through. So it's really it's not like, how many pages is it? Probably maybe 10 or 15 pages, so it's a really quick, easy read. And here's an overview of the steps. So step 1 is understanding all the components of Facebook and how they fit together. So that I did the week before with Friday Facebook Fix. I did the House of Facebook. If you are connected to me by email, you would have got that sent to you as an email. If you want, I'm just thinking, I think it's on my YouTube channel, which is just Adair Palmer, so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and have a look for it there. That actually goes through the House of Facebook, and it shows you, I'll show you a picture if I can, maybe, let me see, I'll see if I can get your picture. A lot of you have already seen this, but I will, let's just grab that, because a lot of you would have seen this already. There we go. But if you haven't, it's a really good concept it's a really good concept to help you get your head around how the House of Facebook hangs together. So this is step 1, is understanding this concept. So here's your personal profile, which is the passageway. You've got your business room, your groups room, messenger room, adverts room, instant articles room, events room, and the games room. So if you want the link to where I explain that even further and show you how they interact, that's making my speaker crackle, so I might just hold that. It might be a little bit wobbly, so just bear with me. I haven't got the DTs. If I had the DTs, it would look like this. And peppermint tea doesn't tend to give you the DTs anyway. It's been a few years since I've had that. So, now that was a little bit of a distraction, wasn't it? I was like, oh, look at something shiny. Okay, I'm back. So, if you want to get a copy of what I did, the Friday Facebook Fix, where I actually go over the House of Facebook, just drop your name in the comments below, or just say yes, give me a link to the Friday Facebook Fix. The other thing I can do is to tag you in it here in the group. So that's actually going to give you an opportunity to go back and have a look at that right here in the group, so you don't even have to leave this Facebook platform to see it. So I think it might have been 2 or 3 weeks ago. I do lose track. I have to refer to my calendar to find out for sure. That's step 1, understanding how amazing Facebook is as a business tool, the whole of Facebook. Because often I hear people say, just keeping an eye on the time here, often I hear people say, Look, it's I want to use my business page. I don't want to be me on Facebook. I am too scared to. I don't want people to see my grandkids. I don't want to see people to see my kids. It's nobody's business except mine, how I run my private life. This is a whole new ball game for small business. And I find that the people that are more resistant to having this are generally the Gen Xers and baby boomers. So like Gen Y and younger generations, they were born internet ready. They were born social media ready. So they tend to already used to living their lives on social media. Most, I think, let me reword that. Most Gen Xers and baby boomers seem to be getting the hang of it. But if there are a proportion of people that are really resistant to using, small business owners I'm talking about, using Facebook, or the whole Facebook, including their personal profile as a business tool, then those would be Gen Xers and baby boomers would probably be the two biggest, where I'd find the most resistance in those generations. So it is amazing when you have that mindset shift. Which is step 2, is actually having the right mental attitude for success, which means that as well as the whole of Facebook as a powerful business tool, it's actually around having the mindset that as a phone call. My apologies. I did actually try turning off the I think the phone got interrupted the Wi-Fi a little bit, the connection. So bear with me. We'll be back in a minute. You can say that. Yes. You only say, I've had enough reasons this week to be able to make me want to go and just crawl under a rug, under a rock maybe, and never come out. But I've decided that life goes on, and I'm proving to myself how resilient I actually am, because I know that I'm doing all I can to deal with situations that are happening in my private life that is, it can be uncomfortable sometimes, but and I don't want to pour my heart out here, but I do want to let you know, like you say, mindset. If I didn't have the right mindset for it, I probably wouldn't be doing this here today. But I've made a commitment to you. I've made a commitment to my business. I've made a commitment to myself that that's what I'm doing, and I'm here doing it. So your mindset, that's everything. It's absolutely everything. If you see your Facebook as a business tool in its entirety, it will actually help you work it better. What happens is most people get stuck in the news feed. And Theonie's saying that's right, because everyone has problems. We just can't let them consume us professionally. And one of the things I say about that to Theonie is everywhere I go, there I am, which means that I bring all that with me. It's just a matter of going, well, I'm focusing right here now because this is what's important. And I've spent the morning focusing on some other stuff, which is equally, if not more important, but I've actually managed it so that I can focus on here and give you what I want to give you as my clients and the guys I interact with on Facebook. So it is absolutely important, because it's also about being yourself. And I think in the old way of saying being professional, it really was because when we talked about being professional when I was working in government, that was just like you leave yourself at the door. They didn't want to know your problems. They didn't want to know if you had hassles with family, or if you had hassles with any part of your life, that, you might have been a problem gambler or a problem drinker or that, didn't care. They didn't give it where I was. It really did not matter, as long as you turned up and you performed, and whatever else was happening. I think they made some allowances for death, but it wasn't any individual. It was the culture, and it really did make for a rough culture and a harsh work environment. But having said that, I've created my own. Anyway, back to it. Facebook is a business tool. Mindset is everything. Knowing your audience. Step 3, know your audience. Now this is, oh my God, I cannot, these first 3 steps, if you don't get them right, you're going to sabotage every single thing you do on Facebook. Did you hear me? I'm going to repeat that. If you don't get these first 3 steps right, you will sabotage every single thing you do on Facebook. I cannot stress that enough. Every single thing. Okay? Everything. So, and I'm not just blowing it out my backside here. I know this stuff because I've lived it, I've done it, I'm writing about it, I've watched people, I've observed people, I've coached people, I've helped people. And when I find that people are so resistant to any one of those first 3 steps, which is using Facebook as its entirety as a business tool, having the right mindset and knowing who your audience is. Every bit of this is important, but if you don't get them right, the rest of it is built on shaky ground. So this is foundation stuff. Foundation stuff. I think I've made my point. Step 4, having the best performing business page. Now, I'm actually running just keeping an eye on the time here, I'm actually running a group at the moment called 747 or Accelerate, creating massive engagement and organic reach on your business page. And I know that there's a couple of people here who are with me today who has either done the course or who are done the previous course or who are on the course now. And this is where we focus on your business page. So out of all the 10 steps to breaking the Facebook code, this is one step, but it's a very, very important step. So I've just taken a slice and I've done a 1-week intensive course to create massive engagement and organic reach on your business page. So we do look at that, and that's step 4, is having your business page up to scratch. Step 5 is creating and posting killer content that people want to share. Julia's saying it's an amazing course. Thank you, Julia. I love doing it, and I really love seeing how people, when they implement this stuff that I teach, how quickly their page takes off and how quickly they start getting customers and clients come back. Busy. I was just going to say, I did try turning I did try turning the airplane mode on, which meant everything shut down, and then turning my Wi-Fi on as I was instructed to do, to stop incoming calls and notifications, but it just turned off all my internet. So I haven't quite figured that out yet. I haven't cracked that code yet, but I will. There's got to be a way. I know, because other people are doing it, so I should be able to as well. Step 6 is creating your tribe. Being part of other people's tribe and creating your own tribe is absolutely, you have to engage. You haven't got a business without people. There's nearly 2 billion people on Facebook. If you can't find people here to do business with, you're doing it wrong. Let me show you how to do it right. Using your personal profile and your friend, whatever you choose to call them, managing the relationship building process and really connecting at a deep level. This is in my ebook. Step 9, using your analytics. Now, this is really something that none of us do well enough, and even me, I know that we need to use analytics better, because if you can't measure it, you can't measure where your endpoint's going to be. So you have to be able to measure. You've got to be able to measure where your content's going really, really well, so you know what content to promote. You've got to know where your competitors' content's doing really, really well. So you can do that by using your analytics. Absolutely you can, and I show you how to do that in the courses that I run, the 747, creating massive organic reach and engagement on your Facebook business page, but also the Facebook Code Breakers Bootcamp, which is nearly coming to an end. We've got 2 more weeks of that, but I'm starting another one on the 27th of March. So that's really exciting news. Anyway, step 10, Facebook adverts. Now I don't think any of us do like to do adverts. I don't think the people that I speak to don't actually have Facebook advert budgets. I personally am building it into my business budget. I didn't to start with the first 12 months, but I know that it's going to be pay to play to get exposure. I'm teaching people right here and in the boot camp and in the 747 Accelerate, everything that I know that we can do to get massive engagement and get your Facebook presence up. At the moment, I am not advertising, but I know I'm going to have to. Last week on my hypnotherapy with a Dare page, I got 1.1 million organic reach on my page. Now, I know this stuff works because I'm doing it. I'm now writing about it. I'm bringing it to you. And I'm going to offer you the opportunity to grab that first copies of this book. So if you don't have a copy of this book, what you have to do is to download the health check tool, which is in the link above, facebook.com/social media for small biz owners. That is on my business page. Click on that, go to my business page, click on free health check for business page, download that. When I do this blog, when I transcribe it, I will be sending out a copy of the ebook to everybody who has a copy of the health check template, because that's a critical part of setting up your business page. So you get 2 free resources for absolutely no money but immense value. You can't put a price on this stuff, folks. It is immense value. So, and I'd probably just even the information in this book, I've spent hundreds of hours and thousands of hours probably, and hundreds of hours up to a point where I can confidently say I'm an expert at this, because I'm learning this stuff, I'm practicing it, I'm doing it. So what you get is much, much more than just a health checklist and a free ebook. You get a whole heap of knowledge that you can implement, and you can look at doing straight away into your, I think there's someone really wanting to talk to me. Download your copy of your checklist, and you will get that with you, and you will get a copy of the ebook. All right. One weekend who wants me on the phone, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye for now.